This is a 1770s to 1790s Colonial Fowler in 20 gauge. What I'll be doing today is taking one buck, 9 pellets of one buck, and getting a pattern for how the shot will spread at 25 yards. This is my 18-inch by 16-inch plain whiteboard paper, actually, and we'll be shooting this at 25 yards. Having plain paper like this will give me a better idea of how my shot is spreading. And I'll be shooting 9.30 caliber or one buck at this from 25 yards with the Colonial Fowler. Let's see how we did. So my charge of 65 grains of double F, you can see most of the shot fell here. There's 8. And not all of those are mine, but that's where most of the concentration is. And then we have 3 here. So 6 of my balls fell to the bottom right. Let's see if we can improve that. So in this round, I bumped up my powder charge to 70 grains of double F from 65 grains. And I'm using 2 overshot cards to help keep more tension on the buckshot. The endeavor here is to raise the impact of the shot. Let's see how we did. So those that are circled in red are from the previous round. We have 2 more shots in the white here. Now, you may have heard in the recording there's a ping of one of the shots hitting the silhouette's downrange. I suspect perhaps I'm off to the left and a little bit high. There are some new holes in the backboard, and I'm going to put some red marks around those. Okay, just for the record, everything in red is a previous shot. Let's see how we do. So we have 3 new balls in the paper. Nothing new on the cardboard. That is quite a spread. I think I'm going to get a little bit closer. So I increased my load to 75 grains of double F black powder, and I brought my point of aim up about 8 inches higher. Also, I brought the target in, excuse me, 5 yards closer, from 25 yards to 20 yards. And we see we got a much better pattern. All 9 are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a very erratic pattern. And admittedly, this Colonial Fowler is still a fairly new gun to me, and I am still learning it. So I think the greatest advantage I had here was that I aimed higher, and probably also that I brought the target in closer. So those 2 factors resulted in a better cluster. So before I was shooting low. So let's put a fresh target up and see what we can get. So here we have a fresh target, again 20 yards away. There's my point around, and 20 yards away, shooting offhand. Again, we're shooting 9.30 caliber, which is #1 buck, from a 20 gauge Colonial Fowler. And with the new discoveries we've had here, aiming higher probably being the most important. Let's see how the shot pattern will spread. Man, that's a long barrel. Okay, so our point of aim is much higher. By about 8 inches. I can tell from here it's a lot better. Let's get a closer look. Yep, I'm by myself. Okay, so all 9 pellets are on the board. And man, that's an erratic spread. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just look at it. Okay, 20 yards. You know, I kind of want to see back at 25 yards what will happen. Let's have another look at the 25-yard distance. So off camera, I circled in red all the previous shots. "25 yards. Raised point of aim. I have 5 shots on paper. 4 shots probably went high. No, that's not a strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other 4 probably off to the right are high or both. Okay, so that's enough patterning for this 1770s Colonial Fowler and 20 gauge 930 caliber pellets or 1 75 grams of double F powder. Today I was using Goex 20 gauge Colonial Fowler, created by artisan Robert L. Wilson sometime around 1976 or 1977. Just look at it. .20 gauge Colonial Fowler. Yeah.